Happy Friday, everybody. I'm really glad that you guys are taking time to take a look at our video. Today we have our guest, Adam Berman, our Chief Administrative Officer. And Adam is here for the final day today. Adam, so thanks so much for making time. And we wanted to dedicate this interview to talking about Adam's role within the medical group and basically kind of learn a little bit about what he's going to do after MMG. But before that, I just wanted to give you guys a quick update. I know that we've been struggling with the IDX update in the last week, and you guys have received an email that's basically a 3-page synopsis right here that talks about what all of the challenges have been putting this in place and what's being done to make sure this gets remedied. So I don't want to spend too much time on that. I'm really sorry that everyone's having to go through this, but I know that the foundation and Common Spirit are working really hard to get this all resolved as soon as possible. So having said that, I really want to focus some time on Adam since it's his last day. So Adam, thanks again for being here with us.
It's my pleasure, Peter.
And I haven't had the opportunity to work with you that long. You know, I've been here 5 months, but I can tell you, you've already been such a positive influence on me and helped me to understand the culture of the group and, you know, kind of where we've been and where we came from. So I just had a couple of questions for you, just for educating our physicians and clinicians out there. So tell me a little bit, when did you start with the group, Adam, and kind of what led to that?
Yeah, so, you know, Peter, thank you so much, and thank you, everybody. Started here in 2008, and it was I was offered a superintendency, and most people know I worked in education, and spent most of my career there, and was going to be a superintendent. That was my plan. I was an assistant superintendent, among other things, and planned on doing that. I'd done a lot of change management in education, and Dr. Cooper at the time, our CEO, knew about that and made me an offer to come here and do some of those things here.
Gotcha.
And was pretty sure I was not going to get another offer like that. Also, being a superintendent in 2008 in the recession means you lay off teachers and you cut programs, and so it was a pretty easy decision, Peter. Sure. And what a good one it was to come here and spend the next 13 years.
Yeah. So when you started with the group, how big was the group 13 years ago?
We're about 125 providers, mostly physicians. We had only a handful of APPs at the time. Yeah. And you know, we've together and we've grown not for the sake of growth, but to better serve our community and where we felt like we could make a real impact from a care perspective. We've grown up to about 485.
Wow. So did you have a hand in pretty much recruiting every single one of those additional 300 plus physicians and clinicians?
Yeah. Dr. Cooper managed all of that for the first year and a half or so, and then handed it over to me. And so I've led recruiting for quite a while, and really have, it's pretty easy from my perspective. I don't have any medical knowledge or understanding, but excuse me, if I just sneeze here, Peter, it never stops when it starts. But it's been a pleasure to be able to hire in the image of a great culture, and simply hiring nice people. Sure. Qualified nice people. Our department chairs and physicians, you know, make the judgment on clinical acumen. But you know, we've said no, and frankly, I've said no quite a few times when the person had an awesome CV but wasn't a good cultural fit. Yeah. And hopefully we've saved our patients and colleagues some grief by doing that.
Yeah. I think we always know what we get, but most people don't know what we don't get. So I appreciate your diligence with that. So Adam, I have a couple of questions for you. I guess the first one is, what are you most proud of about working here?
Absolutely, our culture. Super easy question in that I think we have a special culture in hiring those nice people in the spirit of the MMG way. And you know, if you have nice people and you have a system that nurtures them, they're going to provide awesome care to patients and feel whole. And you know, your work, Peter, with wellness and you having that similar mindset and then some is going to ensure that going forward.
Well, thanks, Adam. Appreciate that. So most of you guys know Adam. He's way better at giving compliments and receiving them. So I'm not going to harp on that too much, but I really love that about him, and I'm going to miss that. So my next question is, what are some of your most memorable moments with the group?
So many. And the ones that come to mind are really all about the relationships. Mike McClintock, who was one of the great legacy givers of our group years ago, the person who hired Greg Cooper, said to me, I asked him a similar question, and he said, it's all about the relationships. And so my memories really are all about personal relationships with many of you. I guess a more formal answer would be the Awesome 84, building the MMG way for 2 days in a hotel, and having patients and custodians and clinic managers and MAs and MORs and RNs and LVNs and doctors pulling together a cultural framework for what would be our MMG way.
Yeah. Well, great. Thanks, Adam. So what are you going to miss the most about your work, about being here?
Well, if I could be totally transparent, Peter, I'm really not going to miss the work. I'm tired of that, to be honest. Certain elements I'm not, of course, but I'm ready to explore some new things. What I'm going to miss are the people.
Sure.
That decision, I remember when I was making the decision whether to be a superintendent or at the time a VP here, my friends in education said, "You're going to hate working with a bunch of doctors." And I love working with a bunch of doctors. I can't believe what awesome human beings we have working here. That's the best part of my job, for sure. And so that's what I'm going to miss, Peter.
Yeah, well, that's good to hear. So what comes next for Adam and Claire? What does the future bring?
Yeah, lots of adventure, I hope. We have 6 trips planned. We hope that we are very likely to move to Europe for a few years, and we met in Europe, and we have lots left to explore, not just there, but even Africa and some other. We've been to Africa together, but lots more to explore. So while we're relatively young and healthy, that's what we hope to do. Parents' health staying where it is, but also do a little bit of consulting work and even some work here with the group.
Good. So we'll still get to see you from time to time.
From time to time.
Good. So there you have it, folks. Adam Berman, Chief Administrative Officer, and Adam leaves such a legacy. I've only been here a short time. I've already heard about the new provider orientation process, the MMG way, the culture aspect that he brought in, leadership development programs and curriculums, and just kind of the mentoring for our current leaders. I mean, you've just done so much. And Adam, can't thank you enough. And I hope you guys, if you get the chance, can drop him a quick email or something today, since it is his last day. And once again, thank you. And thank you all for what you do for our patients and for our community. Have a good one.